With that being said, welcome to the new show on the block. Touching every topic, guaranteed to make it hot. Run them Phillip River spirals to girly running the rock. Run them lake show dunks to them game winning shots. It's a lock, it's a fact that we only spitting facts. Like who wreck a finna flop and who stay on top of that. Who the hottest of the month and who really spitting trash. Don't stress, just guess. This your favorite podcast. Everything should be dead after.
That's what he said.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending what time it is wherever you are in the world listen to us right now. I am Francisco, your host with the most, aka defective_TDK on the IG, and I'm cool with my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Daniel, aka Lord Pretty Rocco on that IG.
And you are now tuned in to episode 100 of With That Being Said. Episode 100, man. Daniel, congratulations, brother.
Hey, Francisco, congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Obviously, appreciate to everybody who tunes in every week. Even if you don't have the chance to listen to the show, maybe that week, and then next week you listen to 2 episodes back to back. You listen to us whenever you get the chance. Just the fact that you're taking time out of your day means a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for you guys.
Under different circumstances, obviously, we probably would have celebrated. We probably would have done something a little bit bigger. Maybe something more lavish. Eloquent might be the correct word.
I like that.
You know, but, you know, due to pandemic, due to attempting to be responsible individuals the way we are, we kept the show very limited, correct?
We did.
So, as you can probably hear in the background, we got about a limited crowd.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? And they're in the background, they're enjoying themselves, and they're doing their thing, you know? Everybody's having the drinks is flowing. You feel me? Some of the smoke is blowing. You heard? And we just lounging, conversating, never player hating, staying true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And I go to say that because I'm the newest member signed to TDE, according to an outtake that you guys are not going to hear. But I'm just over here just announcing myself to different titles, different jobs. And
Hey,
just
speaking into the universe, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What did LeVar Ball say? He spoke it to existence, bro.
I mean, he kind of did.
He kind of did.
His son is now also the starting water boy for the Pelicans. But you know, third time's a charm. This one
never
good
know,
drafted.
bro. Exactly.
Top 5 pick. No, but realistically, guys, to be completely honest with you, the what's going on in the background right now that you guys hear is what would you call it, Daniel?
Backtrack, instrumentals.
No, backtrack is what you do when I prove you wrong on this show. That's what backtrack is. No, we actually confession, because you know we like to keep it 100 with you guys, so you guys know exactly what's going on.
And today's episode 100.
100. Keep it 892 with you. The studio is not 100% soundproof yet. Yet is the key word at the end of that phrase. And you know, there's some business being attended to in the offices next door, and it's getting kind of loud.
You know, when you're in the hood and you're driving around, you hear parties, you know, music blasting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that.
like basically.
Like that.
Just to put it simple, yeah.
So we kind of figured, you know, we would put on some noise in the background to in an attempt to wash out the music that's going on, the festivities that are going on. But I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it kind of sets an ambiance.
It does. It makes me feel like we in the crowd right now.
Also, it's nice because, you know, if you have been quarantining properly, you know,
I haven't heard this sound in a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is usually followed up by some glass breaking and some racial slurs at most bars that I attend. But this seems like a classy place.
This is very classy, honestly.
You know? So I don't know how we got in here.
I don't know how we did either. I just want to know what the Yelp rating is. This
black tie only event it might be.
It feels like it, honestly. It's very what is it, eloquent that you said? Is that the word?
Yeah, eloquent is the word I used. Did I
very
use it correctly?
Very
Not
chic.
Sure. Chic is a thing.
Yeah,
it is a thing.
Yeah.
What it is, not sure.
No, I have no idea.
But it is a thing.
Dictionary.com.
But yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying the ambiance. Danny, you seem to be enjoying it. You guys, let us know what you think. Maybe we'll play around with this, and we'll be better prepared. And on future episodes, we'll do something similar.
Or we'll just soundproof the stew.
Okay, a little expensive, but it can get done. You know, it ain't no problem.
GoFundMe.
Let's start that right away. Speaking of studios, we had an anniversary this week. It was the anniversary of Jay-Z's 11th studio album, which is Blueprint 3. And this is not my favorite Jay-Z album, but I do enjoy it. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because it's part of a trilogy. and you don't get too many trilogy albums, you know. Blueprint 3. Here's the thing: if you're doing trilogies and you're purposefully naming it after the first one, after the first two, people are gonna expect that quality of music again.
It's gonna keep, they're expecting that same.
You set the
same
bar.
level,
You
yes.
set the bar already. So on this one, we got DOA, Death of Autotune. He had Empire State of Mind, which is fucking huge.
Yep.
Featuring Alicia Keys. You had On to the Next One featuring Swiss Beats. A Star is Born featuring J. Cole. Off That featuring Drake. Already Home featuring Kid Cudi. Feature. Nothing wrong with it.
What you expect from a
What?
from a trilogy album? I feel like.
Yeah. And
Big names.
at this time, Jay-Z's probably like the biggest hip hop star out when this comes out. This was, I want to say, I didn't write it down, but if I remember correctly, I was sophomore, junior in high school. So what's that? I was
What, 15?
What age are you there?
Sophomore, junior, or 15, 16? I don't know.
16, 17, something like that.
Something like that.
I might have repeated a couple grades. I don't know. But yeah,
It gets a little muddy in between.
you
there.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it sucks.
You know what I'm saying?
Continuation school? What?
Hey, whatever. It is super senior. You heard?
Oh, I remember those super seniors.
I remember them too. And as much as I joke around, I was never one, so I don't want you guys starting those fucking rumors, okay?
Bro,
I
you
was never
started
one.
yourself.
No, somebody. My first day of senior year, right? First day of school, right?
Yeah, you're all happy, like fuck
Saying
yeah.
what's up to
I'm a
everybody.
senior,
Hey,
what's
what up?
good?
What up? You feeling yourself? You
Yeah.
know, I'm the big man on campus.
Flyest, hey, your flyest outfit too, cause the first day of school.
Oh my god, you already know.
Yeah.
Crushing it. And I'm saying what's up to people I ain't seen or whatever. And this dude comes up to me. I believe his name was Terrell, if I remember correctly. He comes up and he says, "What's up?" to me, and he kind of like gives me a look. He goes, "Damn, bro," and I'm like, "What's up?" And he goes, "What happened? Like, I didn't know you fucked up." And I'm like, "What? Well, what do you mean?" And then he goes, "Weren't you supposed to graduate last year?" And I'm like, "No, this is my senior year."
Oh.
But he thought I was, because when I was a junior, I hung out with all seniors. I went to all the senior events and all that stuff.
So you're cool.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
No,
this
you're
is
cool.
why-
You're cool.
Look, the fact that I was cool
This
does not go hand in hand with me saying that. So I'm not saying that, but factually, that's just what. It wasn't an opinion.
It was a fact.
It was
you're
like
cool.
it's like gravity. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
I mean, like it is a thing. If we know what it is, but is
Slight
it really
flex.
a thing?
But I can't see it. You know,
But
it's
I
a thing,
can't-
but I can't see it. You know?
Exactly. So you went to prom, junior?
No, but I did get asked a few times, so I declined.
Oh
to go.
wait. You
Slight
got
flex.
asked.
Slight
You
flex.
got asked a few times.
Slight flex.
Hey, that is low key a flex. If you got asked to prom and you said no,
A couple times.
and
Yeah.
and wait. Remember, girls asked Francisco. He didn't ask the girls, right? Or are you
100%.
Are you switching up the stories? Did you ask them and they said no?
No. I got asked a couple times.
Can I go with you to your prom, please?
Can you take me so I can tag along?
Damn, you're like, nah, I'm straight.
Yeah. I don't know how we got off topic. I was just saying that the guy thought that I was supposed to graduate, so he thought I was a super senior, and I'm like, no, this is my year, player.
Uh-huh.
And I said it just like that. This is my year, player.
Damn, slight flex.
But yeah, like we said, Blueprint 3, it has to hold up to the standards of the first two blueprints, and a lot of people really like the second one. A lot of people say that's the best one. That one had The Watcher, 03 Bonnie and Clyde, Bitches and Sisters, You Don't Know, featuring MOP. You had Sean Paul on that album. Remember, Sean Paul at this point,
Back then,
huge. You had Twista at this point, huge. Killer Mike, Kanye, Beyonce, Dr. Dre, Rakim. You have all these huge names, and it is a good album. But to me personally, out of the three, it's probably the third one. Me personally,
that's yours. That's your favorite.
that's my least favorite out of
Also,
those
your
three.
least favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
my favorite is the first one. If you go into the first one, you got The Rulers Back, Takeover, and those are not hits, right? The Takeover was the Nas this, the Mobb Deep this. You have H to the Izzo, V to the Izzo, huge. You have Girls, Girls, Girls. You have Heart of the City. And then on top of that, you have Renegade featuring Eminem, which is, to me, one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time.
Really,
I love that song.
I know I love it too, but you would put it as one of your
Yeah. The reason being, and yeah, like I don't want to get too off topic, but I feel like this is a valid conversation. The reason being, you have two of the biggest hip hop superstars essentially in their prime on one song, right? Because they're both in the middle of it, and no one's like, oh, he's washed or he's washed. They're both putting out records and staying relevant.
Uh-huh.
Then you get them both on one song, and if you listen to like for me, what does it for me is obviously Eminem comes with a crazy rhyme scheme and wordplay, but like Jay-Z does enough to help you picture the things in his verse, right? He talks about, you know, having lint in his pockets. He talks about his back against the wall. And he got ashy knuckles sitting in the projects. And you can visualize his verses when he's doing it. And I'm like, this is one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time, front to back. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. And the whole thing is controversy, right? They're renegades. That's the whole thing that they're pushing in that song. And at that point, they truly are.
They were. No, 100% were.
They truly are. When you talk about, obviously, I don't want to say gimmicks, but all the controversial issues that Eminem pushed towards, and then you have Jay-Z who's bringing hip-hop culture into the forefront that is now pop culture, and you have parents, and I hate to say it, but like older white people who are completely scared of what the fuck's going on and their children are watching, and like, these are the two guys at the forefront of it.
How are you guys listening to that type of music?
Exactly.
They're talking about drugs and this and that, blah, 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 you know, insert whatever here.
And like, Jay-Z says it perfectly where he talks about like critics and how, why do they feel like they can review my music? Like, I don't make music for you. I make music for thugs who have nothing and that shit that they can relate to. So it doesn't matter what you're going to write in your fucking Vibe magazine and your XXL. This shit's not for you anyways. And I'm like, bro, that's a fucking great point.
Damn.
That's one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time, I think.
Nice. I like that. I like that opinion.
But yeah, so this, and I say that to say that Blueprint 3 had an anniversary, bro. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, Blueprint 3 had an anniversary, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it. It's not one of the best. It's not even one of his best, but I do enjoy it. It does have songs on there that I can go back to. Particularly the A Star Is Born featuring J. Cole. Cause like, so first of all, the name of the song is A Star Is Born, right? And
also, just FYI, Francisco loves J. Cole.
If you didn't already know, if you didn't get that by episode 100, that's your bad. That's your bad, bro.
He might be reaching right now, but I mean, I will let him be.
You didn't even let me get to where I'm getting.
Go, get your point on.
What I'm saying is why I enjoy that song. The name of the song is called A Star Is Born, and obviously Jay-Z signs J. Cole at this time. I don't even think J. Cole has his debut album out yet. And the first two verses, Jay-Z is basically just bigging up all his competition in the rap game at the time. He shouts out a bunch of rappers, and he doesn't spend too much time on each one. It's more of just like a shout out, and it's like if you're getting shout outs from Jay-Z in songs, like that shit is respect. You know what I'm saying? And then in his third verse, he talks about him and how he came up in the rap game. And the third verse is all about him. A Star Is Born. And then you have the fourth verse, which is J. Cole, and he just kind of shouts out Jay-Z, thanks for signing me, opened up the lane for me, but this shit is mine, and I'm about to run with it. So like it all makes sense front to back. You know what I'm saying? It's packaged nicely, and I feel like you would enjoy that song as well.
I would.
Maybe not because you're giving me a look.
No.
Because you're giving me a look, and the people can't see right now. You're giving me a look.
Yo, it's your time to shine right now, boy. Go ahead.
No, it's not my time to shine because A Star Was Born on episode 1. You heard? And that's called a callback. This is episode 100. Okay, you heard? Yeah, man, fuck it. I'm over this Jay-Z shit because you over here giving me look.
No, it's cool.
I want you to know the people that listen to this were enjoying that conversation, Daniel. But you had to ruin it. Yes, you had to ruin it with your sassy attitude.
Look, no, I enjoy it. I get what you're saying. I just love it because I like hearing you talk about J. Cole because I see how much you love him. Pause.
Passion. Nah, you don't even gotta pause that.
Pause it. Play. Fast forward.
Yeah, man. Because
2 times speed.
Because it's 2020. It's okay to say that you love another man, another person. It's just admiration.
No, but yeah, no. So
you don't gotta pause that. Is what I'm saying.
No, I like it. I like your passion.
Hey, man. If you listen to the first 15 minutes of this episode, you're going to be surprised that we made this episode 100. I'll tell you that much right now. All right, man. Let's get into another anniversary. And it's going to be the anniversary of the PlayStation, bro. 25 years. Originally dropped September 9th, 1995.
95? Damn.
Bro, that sounds really...
Well, yeah, I was 3 years old.
That's why it sounds so weird to me. I could have sworn the PlayStation came out, I was like 10. But you know how your mind works like that?
Yeah,
the same way that your mind works like, 1990s was 10 years ago.
It's like 30 years ago.
Exactly. Same way. But you were saying before we started recording that you were not a PlayStation kid.
Nah, I had a Nintendo 64. And so after Nintendo 64, I just hopped on like the GameCube and then Xbox, stuff like that. But I remember it's weird. I remember having a PS1, but like it wasn't like I went and bought it. Like it just happened to become mine.
Just happened to be there.
I might have just jacked it. You never know.
Okay, and
sorry,
these
little kid. And then that's why they call me Lil Dedos.
That's what they call you?
Yeah. You know, after Big Dedos over here.
Yeah, yeah.
But
shout out to everybody who understands that reference.
but I just remember playing like random games. I remember playing like Twisted Metal, Spyro.
Yeah.
Just random games like that. Like I was never a PlayStation person. Obviously, people been playing PlayStation. They got the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. The next one coming out in a couple months.
Yeah.
But I was never a PlayStation dude. But I still have those random memories of like Resident Evil being scared as fuck.
Oh yeah, that shit was terrifying.
That shit was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
For a children,
yeah.
That shit is terrifying.
Yeah.
I actually didn't have the PS1. I went from 64. And then the PS1 dropped, and everybody had the PS1. I had the 64, so I had to go to my friend's house to play the PS1. And yeah, you know, what were we talking about? Metal Gear, Spyro. Oh, Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank were like two of my favorite games.
I forgot. And Crash Bandicoot was
Crash Bandicoot was on there as well. You had the Tony Hawk franchise on there. It started on the 64, but it carried on to the PlayStation.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But after that, I was PlayStation. After that, I had the 2, the 3, and now I have the 4. So I'm just PlayStation now, baby. Ready for the 5 to drop. You
ready for the 5? You gonna cop it?
Probably not. I'm assuming. Did they put a price out? I'm assuming it's gonna be expensive.
Well, they already put the price out for the Xbox.
What's the price for the Xbox?
There's 2. One is $299 and one is $499.
That's kind of where I was thinking. Like ballpark for the PlayStation was like $500.
I'm dropping a bag.
You are really?
I'm dropping a bag.
Are you getting the Xbox or the PlayStation?
Xbox.
All right. If you got to do that to yourself. I mean, at this point now that like games are doing cross-platform, cross-play or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I want to speak about something that does matter to me, because off air we kind of got into it and the discussion was starting to get heated, and I was like, pause, let's hit the record button and let's run back this conversation.
Fine. Because
you feel the way you're going to feel, and that's your opinion. You have every right to feel that way, Daniel. But you're wrong. So here we go.
I'm already wrong. I'm already wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but right now you're already planting that into the listeners' heads.
I didn't say
wrong.
That. I didn't say that.
You didn't?
I didn't say that.
Okay. I'm
I think maybe based off my tone.
Was somebody in the crowd that said it was wrong?
The guy in the back over there with the Jameson ginger ale. Sir, step away from the microphone, sir. Look, we were talking about the MLB season, and it's great. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah, we chilling, right? except the Astros, which is even better.
Even better.
Perfect.
Even better. But you know what? Dodgers having fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Angels swept the Astros?
We swept the Astros.
Nice. All 4 games? Or 4?
It was 3 games. All 3 games were comeback wins. But it was a 4-game win streak because the game before that, we beat the Padres. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'll fucks with it.
Little Tatis Jr., you're going to have to sit down. Mike Trout going to show you how to win MVP right quick, bro. And the MVP is what I wanted to talk about, because here's the thing. Being an Angels fan, I understand we're not playing for a World Series. I mean, in the interviews, when you get asked, yes, what's the ultimate goal for the end of the season? World Series.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't have the talent level to be there, which is fine. You're supposed to lie in that moment.
Hold on. Wait. Just hold that thought.
We're about to get fucking cracking up in here. We're about to get fucking cracking. Which is fine. We're not playing for, World Series. And I've said it before. Like, it's great. One of the only shining lights that we have is Mike Trout. He's a certified Hall of Famer already. He's going to go down as one of the best ever. And in reality, he's chasing to be the best ever.
It's crazy, like, just before to continue, that we have the, like, I don't know if the right term is opportunity, or we're just lucky enough to see that this person is going to be a Hall of Famer and watch him. Like,
yeah.
We have that luxury.
Yeah.
That, like, literally just stop what you're doing, watch him, because he's going to be probably one of the best players of all time.
For sure. And to me, he's chasing to be the best ever.
Yeah.
I think he's I'm not saying he's going to do it, but I'm saying he's in those conversations. The same way Kobe was in the conversation, the same way LeBron's in that conversation. Their careers are different than the guys they're playing with. We're not playing, like, we're playing to get rings, but understand that we're playing for legacy. Like, yeah, you guys are going to get your 2 dope. People are going to remember that. Mm-hmm. People are not comparing you to the greatest of all time. So in saying that, I was saying that Mike Trout is more than likely going to win his 4th MVP before he turns 30. Daniel, do you feel like the awards this year, the Cy Young, the Gold Gloves, the MVP, the, what do they call it, the hitter's crown?
Oh, Triple Crown? If they do it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What is it when you lead the league in home runs or your best batting average? It's a name, right? It's a term.
Batting crown. Batting crown. Yeah, for when you lead the league in average.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Each league, yeah.
So do you give those awards validity?
I mean, I guess in a vacuum, yes, because you were the best player or best hitter or whatever, or best pitcher within those 60 games. But if you put them against another season, it's like, yo, you only played 60 games. Like,
and I understand that. Here's my thing. If you're not going to credit these awards, which I'm fine either way, whether you want to or you don't want to, I'm okay either way. But if that's how you feel about the awards, then that's how you have to feel about the World Series.
No, different.
Why? Why does the World Series get
Because
credit?
Playoffs.
Yeah, but
They're playoffs.
But in a shortened season, they only got the first seed because it's in 60 games. They didn't do it for a whole year. They only made it in the 60 games. They didn't do it for a whole year.
It's different.
How?
It's just different.
No, it's not.
You're playing the playoffs. You're still playing the best teams of
Mike Trout is facing the best players. Matter of fact, he's facing better competition now because we're getting the Dodgers now this year.
Okay, and then you can flip it and say, and now the teams in the playoffs are playing even more teams because there's so many more teams in the mix now.
Right.
So now there's even more competition in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm okay if you credit it or you don't credit it. I'm just saying it has to be the same for the World Series. You can't have one without the other.
I mean,
and my thing is, if you're not gonna credit the World Series, why the fuck are we even playing?
Of course.
And to make a point, you, my friend, are the one who pointed out the first Spurs championship in the condensed season. How nobody ever talked shit about that. They just say that they won, which is fine. I have no problem with it. But if you're gonna do that, then somebody definitely won an MVP that year. Somebody won a scoring title that year. Yeah, those are credited.
No, and again, I'm not saying they shouldn't be credited. I'm just saying that I feel like if Mike Trout didn't win the MVP and somebody else won it, people would be like, if there was a full season, Mike Trout would have won the MVP.
Yeah, but
it just happens to be that because it's Mike Trout. That it's yeah. I mean, he would have won it regardless.
So here's the thing. Like, let's talk about somebody else, because for one, I don't want it to come across like I'm being biased.
Okay, so let's talk about the NL.
Yeah, so let's talk about the NL. And for two, I just want to get this out. Mike Trout is one of the most consistent players out. So that's why people are like, he would have got it. Probably. That would have been a safe bet.
Yeah, he could have got it. Yeah.
But let's say somebody in the NL, I don't even know who's a candidate right now in the NL. Mookie for sure is going to be there.
Who's the dude? Charlie Blackmon? I think he's batting like 400.
Oh yeah, for the Rockies, right?
Yeah.
So let's say a guy like that who typically is not in the MVP conversation year in and year out. But
or
this
even
year,
like Cody Bellinger. Like okay.
Well, I don't want to talk about it because he just won it and now he's like completely inconsistent.
Yeah, let's go back like to Mookie.
Mookie but Mookie's always kind of been in the conversation, at least second, third place.
Yeah.
But a guy like Charlie Blackmon, who's not necessarily in the conversation every year, this year he's doing his job. He's doing his part to help that team be as successful as he can. This might be his only shot at an MVP. Why should it not be validated? That's what I'm not understanding.
I mean, it's gonna be validated, but people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, but you did that shit in 60 games."
Right, but you're not like that with the Spurs one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who won the MVP that year.
I don't know either.
I want to. Well, hold on. Hold up. I got a computer right in front of me. What year was that? 2013.
No, the shortened season.
Shortened season was 20.
No,
it was 20. It was after the Heatles, no? Or before the Heatles?
No, I'm sorry. I might have been thinking of a completely different year.
NBA shortened. Look, we're doing this live. Hey, crowd, I need y'all to keep quiet right now. I'm trying to look something up.
I just feel like I've made some pretty valid points, and I feel like the people at home when they're listening are going to agree with me.
I feel like I've made pretty valid points. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, also, you've been sipping a little bit.
I have, and it happens.
And it only helps me argue.
What the fuck?
It only helps me
I love how it
debate.
doesn't say NBA lockout. I put shortened season, but then it comes to this season. No. It was 2011.
2011. Okay.
Okay, so 2011. Now let's look 2011 NBA season. Look, let's see.
I'm drinking water just so everybody knows.
Okay. Let me see who won MVP. Who top draft pick was Kyrie Irving.
Rookie of the
LeBron
year.
James won MVP.
Okay.
Top scorer was Kevin Durant.
Okay.
How many games did they play? I think they only played like.
I want to say they played less than 60.
Yeah, it was. Let me see. I think it was 60. Doesn't say actually. 66 games.
Okay.
That's still almost a full season though.
Okay, that's fair. If you want to make that argument, that's fair. I'll give it to you.
Because if you think about it, 60 compared to 162, that's 100 less games.
Yeah. But now let's say it is. Right? Because this is where you change the narrative to make it for your argument. We have agreed on this show that the MLB season is too long. Correct?
Yes.
And for the most part, we've agreed because we don't think it takes 162 games to figure out playoffs, to figure out which teams are better and whatnot.
Yes.
So do you think it's going to take that long to figure out who the MVP is, who the home run winner should be, who the Cy Young pitcher should be. No, it shouldn't take that long.
It shouldn't take that long. Okay.
So that's why I really can't justify comparing 60 games to 162 because it shouldn't take that long.
I mean, it shouldn't, but it does, and then people can fall off and then lose the MVP, aka Christian Yelich.
He fell off?
He got injured. And then, I mean, he didn't fall off, but I mean, you never know what could have happened when he wasn't, if he was at full health. Like Cody Bellinger won, I think he deserves it, but I mean, the dude got injured, so you never know. You never know what could have happened. Well, again, yeah, I agree that the season's too long. Maybe make it like, we always talk about 120, 100, around that range.
100.
But 100, we're going to keep on just saying.
Just, you have to.
Just FYI, guys. But again, look, I think the champion this year, it just sucks because I'm biased too because, like, who's one of the favorites to win that World Series? The Dodgers.
You want that championship to hold validity.
I think it will, but I don't know. It sucks because I feel like some people aren't going to be like, oh, well, it was a 60-game season. And
yeah, like my go-to is going to be.
Oh, yeah, but y'all won in 60 games.
My go-to is going to be kind of how you said, you know, for the race, 162 games, you can fall off, right? And like the last 3 years, you know, y'all got there and then y'all couldn't get it done. Of course, in the shortened season, y'all got it done.
But it's not a shortened playoff season. It's a longer playoff season.
Yeah, but it's like...
It's harder.
But it's like that run,
we were
tired out,
we were gonna win we were going to win the division regardless.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Maybe not because look at the Padres. But I felt like we would have probably won the division. It's all about the playoffs. And then the playoffs, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I get it. Okay, so I'll give the MVP. Like, I'll give it validity.
Well, make sure you guys let us know what you guys think, man. Hit us up on IG. Let us know who you think is right on that discussion. Should these awards have validity? Should the World Series have validity? Are they one and the same? Are they not? Let us know. Let's move over to the NBA one more time. Danny, I'm going to give you your fucking FaceTime. I'm going to let you shine in the sun right now, my mans, even though it's a little bit cloudy due to the smoke and ashes.
Oh, it's not because... I thought it was just, I thought it was just cloudy day. I don't know what smoke and ashes.
Nah, man, smoke and ashes. Hope everybody's staying safe. Thank you for everybody on the front lines responding out to those fires.
Yeah, my bad. My mixtape dropped, and it happens.
Okay, yeah, shit dropped right in the gutter. I'll tell you that right now. The Miami Heat have finally have their opponent for the next round.
Yes, sir.
They're taking on the Boston Celtics. I like this matchup because 1, you've been backing the Heat.
I have.
2, I've been backing the Celtics. So here we go.
Okay.
As much as it pains me to root for the Celtics, I want to see a Lakers-Celtics finals, and the only way for that to happen, the Celtics have to beat the Heat.
Okay, and I've been rooting for the Heat.
You've been backing them, yes, sir.
And I like them,
yes,
and
sir.
I want them to go to the finals.
Uh-huh.
But I also want a Lakers-Celtics finals.
Okay.
So as much as I like the Heat, I love them as a team. I might cop a...
No, don't. I was trying to push you into a bet. Don't back out now.
No. I want it. I want a Lakers-Celtics finals.
Yeah.
I want it because regardless of if we make the finals, we're smacking whoever we're playing against.
You think so?
We're smacking both of them. Facts.
Okay.
Smacking both of them.
I feel like you're disrespecting the Celtics right now, but I'll take it.
And I'm not disrespecting the Heat too.
Yeah, but to me, the Celtics are a better team. That's why it's like...
Okay, so were the Bucks, and we'll look what happened.
No, the Heat proved that they were not the better team.
Look, all I'm saying is that as much as I want the Heat to go to the finals... I want a Lakers-Celtics finals. Yeah. I just want the looks of it. It's just Lakers-Celtics. It's not going to be those Lakers-Celtics finals because we don't have those like big legacy players on each team like we did back in 2009, like we did back in the 80s. But you never know. Maybe these kids in the future become...
That's the thing. You do have some strong storylines involved. Obviously, if you look at the Celtics, you have guys who are trying to prove themselves and make the jump into superstardom and sort of cement themselves as guys around the league. And then you look at the Lakers, you have LeBron James who's trying to get it done with another franchise. You have the Kobe storyline. You have the fact that if we beat the Celtics, we tie them for championships in the most in franchise history. It's a lot of things going into it.
And Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, Rajon Rondo didn't even mention that.
Would be a key
100%
key player on that if we win. Even LeBron coming into the Lakers and beating the Celtics, it's just the fact of him doing that.
Yeah,
it's like he
that
beat the arch rival.
Laker history.
Yeah, exactly.
So the series is gonna start, I believe, Tuesday. So obviously before our next episode. I feel like it's a little early to take picks, but because it is before our next episode, we kind of have to. We're kind of back in this corner.
You know what? It's so weird because I want that Lakers Celtics, but I really like. I'm riding the Heat, man.
Okay,
I'm on that train.
Okay, call it. I'm iffy right now, to be honest with you. But I'm leaning
I'm gonna go Heat.
I'm leaning. Okay, go ahead.
I'm 6 or 7.
It's
6
difficult.
Or 7. I'm gonna go Heat in 7.
Heat in 7.
Heat in 7. It's going 7 games for sure.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I'm going Celtics in 6.
Okay.
Celtics in 6.
Okay.
I got it.
It's gonna be. And again, I'd be happy if the Celtics win because what? Well, if we lose against the Clippers, I don't give a fuck who the fuck wins.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
But I'm saying I just want that. I want that Tinseltown. I want that Lakers Celtics rivalry just to come up again. Honestly, man.
Yeah. Okay. So we got the Clippers who are leading over the Nuggets 3-2. The Clippers, in all honesty, should have closed out the series last night. They were winning the whole game, and when I say the whole game, I mean
like literally the whole game.
3/4 of the game. They
Maybe
were
like
leading the whole time.
Like 8. Like they led most of the fourth quarter too.
At least half of the fourth quarter. So, and then at one point they had a 16-17 point lead. You thought it was over, but the bench for the Nuggets came back. Like they woke up and they came to fight, and they gave their superstars a chance to close out the game. So that was really dope to see. Michael Porter Jr. had some clutch minutes at the end of the game. Now, the Clippers gave up one more. Okay, so now it's 3-2. We got to play again. I still see the Clippers winning this series, but shout out to the Nuggets, man. They got some fucking fight in them. After what they went through in round 1 to come and put up a quality series against the Clippers, they got fucking fight in them, man.
Yeah, I mean, I see the Clippers. The Clippers winning it no matter what. Do I want Denver just to push it? Of course I do. I want them to fucking suffer. I want the Clippers to be a little tired. I want you try to get that as big of an edge as you can. But at the end of the day, I think the series is a wrap.
Okay, and then we got the Lakers taking on the Rockets today at 5. What time is it right now? It's about 3, right?
3:41.
3:41?
Yes, sir.
Oh shoot, we gotta wrap this up then. I gotta shower, get ready so I can watch the game. You heard? I'm not gonna stay at this fucking dump of a bar.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, not no more. I'm over it.
Nah, you know what? Their drinks are kind of strong though.
Okay, well, I'm not driving. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, okay.
The Lakers are up 3-1. I think it's over tonight. I think in the last game, the Rockets, I don't want to say quit. You never want to say a team quit, but they just, if you look at body language, they felt a little bit defeated. They were able to go on a run, but once they lost again, they just looked like they knew it was over. But that's when a team is most dangerous. That's when an animal is most dangerous, when it's hurt, when its back's against the wall. They're going to come out fighting because they got nothing to lose.
They're going to be shooting. Hey, if they start shooting threes, start landing, you never know.
Yeah, and obviously they're one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. I think they're going to come out on a surge right out the gate, and it's going to be up to the Lakers to withstand that surge.
I honestly, like, if y'all want to bet, I think if you want to bet first half Rockets, I think Rockets win the first half. Lakers come back second half to win it.
Yeah, and when I say they have to withstand that surge, they just have to keep the game close. You can't let the Rockets go up by 15 to 20. Stay within 12, stay within 7, stay within striking distance when that team gets hot. And ultimately, slow down the game, shoot your free throws, make your free throws, bro, and let's wrap this one up. Let's get some rest before we play the Clippers next round. Football, man. Football's back. Are you excited?
Finally.
I know that didn't sound very exciting, but it's because the Thursday night game was a bit of a letdown for your boy. To be honest with you.
It was nice for me.
It was a bit of a letdown. It wasn't a fun game to watch.
It wasn't a fun game to watch. I got off of work late, pulled up to the homie's house, and I was like, oh man, this game's already over. It's like halfway through the third quarter. I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
The final score was 34-20. Chiefs beat the Texans. Like I said, in all honesty, the game wasn't that close, and that's a 2-touchdown difference. Takeaways from that game, there's questions about the Texans receiving core. I think ultimately those questions will be solved because you had Will Fuller. I think he racked over 100 yards. You have Brandon Cooks, who I think is going to be a big weapon for them. But ultimately, week 1 with no preseason, he's in a new system. Like, I think he might have had a minor injury as well.
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah, something small.
Maybe.
So, I didn't expect him. I have him on my fantasy team. I benched him because I didn't expect much production from him. I think he maybe had 20 yards.
David Johnson started out hot.
David Johnson. Good for him, man. I'm happy for that's a guy that you like to root for. And I'm happy for him that he went over to the Texans and he came out that backfield. And he looks like he knows his fit. He knows its role. And he's going to do well there. It seems so. If you look at the Chiefs, their rookie running back, Clyde Zeller, man. I knew he was going to have a good season. Obviously, it's only one game. But I did not expect for him to have that much of a workload right away. I thought he was going to get less work.
Mm-hmm.
I will take away this, though. He had, I believe, six 6 rushes within the 10-yard line and could not get in the end zone. Part of that's on him. Part of that's on his O-line. Because there was a couple plays where J.J. Watt was just eating in the fucking backfield, and if he gets there that fast, what's your running back gonna do?
True.
So part of that's on the line. But you know what? The Chiefs look like they haven't missed a beat, man.
They look no Super Bowl hangover, nothing. They're in there.
They're ready to go, and the Texans, I feel bad for them because they might be starting out 0-4. I mentioned off the air. I think they got the Ravens coming up. They have the Steelers coming up, and I believe it's the Saints. So it's a tough schedule right away, and it's gonna be hard for them to bounce back and dig a hole out of that one.
Yep.
Obviously, we already mentioned some fantasy because football is back, fantasy is back, so it's only right we get into it. As we do every football season, we get into our stardom and sit 'em segment. So, Danny, you want to go ahead and start him with a stardom?
Yeah.
Or should I start him with a sit 'em?
I'm going to start him with a stardom. So, I got Marlon Mack, running back for the Colts.
Really?
Yeah, look. The Colts eventually will transition from Marlon Mack to Jonathan Taylor. That's obvious. But obviously, that's not going to happen week 1. Mack's going to go against the 30th ranked Jacksonville defense against running backs. It's a go, man. It's week 1. Play who you got to play. Jacksonville, they're looking like they're full rebuild. That's it.
I like that pick, but I will say this. I don't disagree with it. I do agree. You can start Marlon Mack in that. But also, I wouldn't be completely off of Jonathan Taylor. That's his name, correct? I wouldn't be completely off of him because I expect that game to be a blowout. And if it is, they're going to run the ball at the end of the game and run clock. They're going to take out their lead back, and Jonathan Taylor's going to get a lot of work.
Or they don't want to risk Jonathan Taylor getting hurt.
He's your rookie running back. If we're up by 20 with 10 minutes left, let's see what he got.
Okay.
Let's see what he can do, So I like that. I like that pick. My first sit-em is going to be the Patriots defense, man. If you played fantasy last year and you had the Patriots defense, you were living the life, bro.
Out of nowhere, too.
You were living the life, bro. That shit was unexpected. Let me tell you this. Tom Brady has left New England. I know he doesn't play defense, but that shit had a big effect on that team because they lost a lot of key players on the defensive side. Patrick Chung, Dante Hightower, Van Noy left. I forgot who he resigned with Miami, actually. They lost a lot of big play-make type dudes. And I know they paid Stephon Gilmore, but if I'm Stephon Gilmore, I'm like, bro, I got my contract. We ain't playing for shit this year. I might not go as hard as I usually do. Right? I understand Bill Belichick's a great coach, and they're going to have a great defensive scheme, but are they going to have the talent to... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm blanking. Sorry, it's the crowd in the back.
Yo, guys, y'all need to chill out.
Keep it down. Look, man, I'm going to sit them because they don't have those defensive pieces, but also, week 1, you know who they're playing?
Who?
Ryan Fitzmagic.
Oh, God.
Ryan Fitzmagic, homie. He might throw an interception or 2, but he going to get you them 6 touchdowns. Best believe, dog.
6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Not only that, but I'm sure that backfield is feeling a bit rejuvenated with Howard back there. They also got Matt Breida. We know what he can do in that backfield. So I'm just staying away from them until I know what the Patriots are. I feel like right now we don't know what they are, so I'm staying away.
Okay. So for my next startup, I got David Montgomery, running back for the Bears. They're playing against the Lions. And I was doing my homework, and I realized that 6 of the Lions' 7 highest graded run defenders in 2019 by Pro Football Focus.
Oh, that's reliable source.
Are either hurt or no longer with the team.
Okay.
On top of that, that's a defense that was ranked 25th against the run.
Even when they were healthy.
That's
not good.
So it's not good. So David Montgomery, that's a go.
And you know what? That's another one where I don't disagree with that pick, but also I wouldn't completely sleep on Tariq Cohen. Because David Montgomery gets more of the rushing work. Tariq Cohen gets more of the pass-catching work out of that backfield. And I don't see why both of them wouldn't eat this week.
If PPR, Tariq Cohen.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm in love, that you just have to go pick them up off the waiver wire and play. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you have them and you might be doubting maybe some of the matchups you have, that's a favorable matchup for those guys. My next sit-em, Danny, you're going to like this one.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper. He's taking on your Los Angeles Rams. Not only does he have a bit of a hamstring injury, but he'll be facing Jalen Ramsey, one of the bigger threats at cornerback in the NFL. The hamstring thing, I don't know if you guys know much about running, but it's pretty important to have a healthy hamstring.
Just a little bit.
It's going to take away some speed. It's going to take away some explosiveness. Amari Cooper has tended to shy away from the light and big matchups. I feel like everything's lining up to not play him. I actually have him on my fantasy team, and I'm not starting him this week.
And remember, it's prime time. It's a 5:30 game.
It's a 5:30 game. I'm staying away, man. I don't want no parts of it.
Okay, so for my last one, honestly, I was reaching, man. Week 1's a little hard to start him because everyone's kind of playing their playing who they got, who they drafted.
Yeah.
So I reached a little bit, and I would start Gardner Minshew. Why? Honestly, they're playing the Colts. I think they're going to be chasing points. Gardner Minshew, dual threat. He's going to be running. He's going to be throwing. I think, honestly, I don't see who else on that. They only have him. I feel like he's going to be the one.
Oh, I mean, they have wide receivers. Please don't disrespect the wide receivers, bro.
Who they got?
DJ Chark.
He was another one that was hot for like a few weeks, and that's it.
Well, we're going to see if he can repeat, right?
Yeah, we're going to see.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Your first 2 picks, I like them. This one, I don't necessarily like. Only because I feel like the Colts defense is going to be really good this year. Call it some insider trading. You know what I'm saying? I know something's going on.
I'm about to call the FCC.
Okay. If that's a defense where if they're in your league, pick them up, bro. Because more than likely, unless you have a stacked defense. If you have a defense that you're completely, locked in, I'm going to play them every week except for their bye week, then go ahead. Stay there. But if you were somebody who takes defenses late and you're like, it's cool, I'll find them on a matchup, and the Colts are there, pick them up because they're going to have favorable matchups most weeks. I will say this, though. The game script is going to be written well for Gardner Minshew because I expect him to be down, so they're going to be asking of him to bring him back in the game. So he's going to get shots. He's going to get shots at it to score fantasy points. My last one is Leonard Fournette versus the Saints. I say this because I feel like most people probably are not going to play him. But I know some people who drafted him, took him a little high. I know some people who were like, Leonard Fournette with Tom Brady. It's a go. And it's not a go. And I'll tell you this. Most of Tom Brady's running backs have thrived because of their pass catching ability out of the backfield. That's not Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette's a guy who puts his head down and hits the line.
Run straight.
And he doesn't dodge, bro. He runs you over. He's a fucking Mack truck. That's what he does. But he's now in a backfield that's ran by committee, as a lot of backfields are. But in this backfield, I feel like there's no clear number one. Right now it's Ronald Jones, but it's not like that's his job for the season. It's not his job to lose. You never know. Someone else can come take that job from him easily. So there's no clear number one there. Not only that, it's a new system for him. So they're playing against the Saints who have a great defensive line. Like I don't see it. And this is going to be a great game. This is actually the game that I wrote down that I want to watch for Sunday. I want to make sure I sit down and watch that one because there's going to be fantasy value all over the place. It's going to be really good football. You're going to have two of the greatest quarterbacks going at it head-to-head. It's going to be a really good game, but I don't think Leonard Fournette's going to have much of a say in it. Don't get me wrong. They could. It's easy for them to get down to the 3-yard line, and maybe he rushes one in.
And I think he's going to be that.
Maybe he gets one. Uh-huh. But I'm not willing to bet that. Especially for me personally, the running backs that I have guys who have better matchups, a higher ceiling, as opposed to his floor. Put it this way, I have running backs who have a floor that's probably Leonard Fournette's ceiling for this week. So I'm staying away from him. If you're desperate, I guess do what you got to do. But don't tell anybody you got that recommendation from me, you heard? Denny?
What's up?
Oh, what were you going to get into?
I was just going to say, don't start him because of his name.
Don't start him because of his name, bro.
Yeah, I'm not adding nobody.
But also, that is a really good name, though.
It is. Leonard Fournette?
Leonard Fournette's a really good name.
Oh, I think I remember him. I'm starting him.
I'm going to start him. And I know some people like that. Okay, Danny, you have a game this week that you want to watch that you're looking forward to? Honestly, again, I'm going to be a homer just because it's prime time. Go ahead. This week, I have no problem with you being a homer. Look, Dallas against the Rams. Again, Rams are a little bit questionable coming in the season. Me and Francisco argued. Francisco was saying they're probably the fourth worst or the worst team in the division. I'm saying they're the third best team in the division. It's one spot. We got the Cowboys. We got Dak Prescott trying to prove a point. He's on a mission. He's on a mission to prove a point. Prove a point, man. I mean, they got Zeke. They have Coop. They have Coop. They got names. They have players. Again, we got Jared Goff trying to prove a point. See if he can have a bounce back season. Rams have key players, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp. They got a new running back, Cam Akers, that they're really high on. That's another backfield that I feel like is by committee, and I'm not really sure. I wouldn't start any other running backs this week. Personally, I drafted Cam Akers, because I'm high on him. But again, you never know. It's whoever just starts getting hot. Yeah, and that's what you feel comfortable sitting him this week just to see what he does. Exactly. So it's primetime 5:30, man. I got a homie that's a Cowboys fan. He's those Cowboys fans talking that shit. I know those Cowboy fans. Yeah, talking that shit, and then they always. I'm like, look, bro, I'm not gonna talk shit because my team's probably gonna be 500.
But you're saying you're gonna win the Super Bowl. Y'all always say you're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, y'all always 8-8, 7-9. Y'all live there, bro.
And like, you know what? You're setting yourself up to fail. So I can't. I think the Rams could beat them. I honestly think they do.
Genuinely, they
so
could.
I can't wait. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's similar to the Bucks Saints game in the fact that there's gonna be talent all over the field, for sure. But also, both these teams are eager to get out to a really good start because, like you said, there's guys on that field who have something to prove. So they're gonna come out and do the best they can to make that point, not to win, but to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for that game too. Real quick, Chargers are taking on Cincinnati. Chargers should win that one. Rookie quarterback Joe Burrow is gonna have a long day. I'll tell you that much right now. This offense for Cincinnati is trying to get their feet under them. Joe Mixon started off the season terrible last year. Was able to pick it up a bit at the end. AJ Green's back. What's Tyler Boyd gonna be? Just way too many questions on that side. At least with the Chargers, we know what we're doing. We know Phillip Rivers is gone. We have Tyrod Taylor, who we're not expecting him to win us the game. Just keep us in there. Let the defense do their thing. Let Austin Eckler run the ball. Let Keenan get some catches. He's the number one wide receiver, especially with Mike Williams being out. I think we're gonna win by like 13. It's gonna be closer to a blowout than anything.
Okay.
And people are gonna ride the hype train. People are gonna try to pick up the Chargers defense, but too late. My league already got them in both. You heard? We're going to go ahead and wrap it up on that, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. This being episode what? 100.
Thank you, everybody in the crowd, for being a great audience, honestly.
Up, man. Hit the pause button on that YouTube already, man. I was over it, Doug. Yeah, but really appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Obviously, this show means a lot to us, and we commit time to it. We put in work to get it done and put it out, and we just appreciate you guys for appreciating it. And that's it, man. Be kind to one another. Love everybody. And let's run it back for next week.
Also, if you're having a gender reveal, don't start a forest fire.
That's just good advice.
I'm just saying that I was about to have a nice ass weekend in the redwoods, and now look what the fuck happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being said,
deuces.